Good morning, everyone. I'm higher vibrations, and so are you. Before I move on to talk about the Ascension Symptoms and some of the really cool things that are happening right now, I wanted to do a quick announcement. We are going to have a free Zoom meeting tomorrow, Monday, March 14th at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, PDT, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. UTC GMT/GMT, 9 p.m. EET/Athens, 8 p.m. CET, and that will actually be on considered Tuesday for at 12:30 a.m. for GMT plus 5.3, and it'll be Tuesday morning at 3 a.m. for Western Australia AWST. You're all welcome to attend. It's free. It will not be recorded or aired anywhere. The description as well as in the comments, I will include the link to that. And you can come late. We're pretty open and just laid back, and we're just a bunch of people all on this awakening journey that are having the same or exact things. The experiences are identical to one another is what I'm trying to say. And it's just really nice to share that space and that energy of love, so you can come late. You're not required to speak or even to have your camera on. We're just a gathering of light warriors who are just hanging out and allowing ourselves to be seen fully. There's something really magical and empowering about finally being able to be your true authentic self after so many years of isolation and trying to restrain and posture and hide those elements of who we truly are. For whatever reason, most times it's ostracization. We're outcast as a result, considered or accused of being crazy even, and many of us have even been put into psychiatric hospitals and facilities as a result of these things many years ago or even many lifetimes ago. And so we have this thing where we've spent a lot of this lifetime and many others hiding. And now you don't have to. This group is a loving group. So if you feel the desire, I encourage you to come. Also, right now we're in this amazing window of time because we're going through this really big solar flare experience. It's supposed to last 3 days from what I was shown. I'll show a quick clip or screenshot of that. And as we get solar flares coming in, we've been getting them for a long time, right? In a more heavy, constant, consistent way over the past few months. But this solar flare is a big one. And its strength is going to show lasting effects for us that are going to be visible and experienced by us for the next 3 days at least, right? And I don't know about any of you, but I'm already feeling it. I've already been affected by it. Not in a negative way exactly. It's just some more ascension symptoms. The dizziness is back. I'm getting these weird rashes, like a very uncomfortable, almost eczema-like stuff going on. The sinus pressure right now, like I don't know if you can hear, I just have this like this thing going on right now, and my ears are ringing, and like we're having just muscle soreness or not really even soreness exactly. It's just weakness a little bit. There's a bunch of the exhaustion, of course, and the weird headache that's like usually it's like a band, but right now it's like here. It's this all the way up and down to the back on the other side. The clicking and popping of the sinuses and the ears and the ear canal and the side here, both sides. The throat stuff, throat, chest, and mouth stuff, there's like a tingling, and that feels to me very much like that's throat chakra activation stuff, which is awesome. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's not bad. Though I have noticed like my throat clearing. I've been doing more of these Zoom meetings lately, and I'm noticing a lot of times when we talk, when we're sharing with each other, just before I share something that it turns out is very useful for people or whatever. But often right before I share something, I'm noticing there's some kind of distress, like a lung distress feeling, but it's not really lung. It's more like throat restriction. There's like a sudden dryness, and I think that's kind of like harkens back to our time where we're like, don't tell, don't tell anybody what's really going on with you or whatever. And then we're fighting through that now. Our throat activation process is here. It is time to be our true authentic selves. And I think this has been the longest lasting chakra activation that I've experienced. Like, there have been others in the palms and the soles of the feet, the temple ones and the ears and like the back of the neck, the crooks of the neck. And there's, different, when our second heart chakra started to waken up, a lot of those have been like, they didn't just happen and then stop. It was just that they would come in like in waves or something like that. But I'm noticing this with the heart or the throat chakra activation. It's been more consistent. There have been more and more people talking about even like dental or mouth trauma. There's this different things affecting this chakra space of the blue throat chakra as it comes online. And so if you're going through something like that, just know that you're not alone. A lot of us are. Some of the things that we could do for ourselves is, meditation for at least 5 minutes a day is very useful. Once you've meditated often enough and long enough over a period of time, you kind of find that you're always in some type of, it's easy to go to that center. But as we're starting this out, this new journey and this new experience, I found I needed actually to use guided meditation. There's lots of awesome guided meditation videos on YouTube, as well as other places, but Guardian of Orion has a bunch of guided meditations that are utilized. Brian Scott, Reality Revolution, Brian Scott, Aaron Abke. There's a whole bunch of different people, and it's becoming, there's like a lot more now as we're in this grand awakening. We're here. We're in the middle of this great awakening. And as a result, we have so many resources available. Please don't limit yourself. After I used the guided meditations for a while, I found that they almost started to irritate me. Not that the meditations at them, it's just that I found my higher self was guiding me to certain places, and having somebody talking in the background felt disruptive. It was very useful that I would use earbuds. And so when I found that it was time to break away in the moment of that time of meditation, I just quickly pulled the earbuds out and then can go on my own journey for a while. And it was really cool. And then after a while, you just kind of find your own way. And anyway, so meditation, I mean, I can't say it enough. And then water is so useful when like we're all being like, our bodies are asking for more and more water, and I've just been doing it. But something else too is baths. Taking a bath with Epsom salt or even pink Himalayan salt. I'll use like the larger pieces of salt, and just allowing myself to be in that healing space with that water. Something else about bath salts and bath. Right now, while we're having the solar flare experience going on, I was given this awesome advice from Josie Jackson. She's got a wonderful YouTube channel also. And you should check it out, by the way. She's awesome. She was saying that if you put, fill the bathtub at least halfway with water and then put salt in there. It could be any kind of salt. You could use Epsom salt, but you could also use like table salt, any kind of salt. If you don't live near to ocean waterway, that will help ionize the electromagnetic field that's happening through the solar flare that we're getting, and it does lighten the symptoms. I did an experiment already, and sure enough, like I was restless, unable to sleep, profoundly exhausted, but I couldn't. And then I found that I went and tried it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and it worked. As soon as I did that, like, I was able to rest and to be at peace in my body, and that was amazing. Like, that's just all I needed. It won't make all the symptoms go away. It only just lightens them a bit and assists in the ionization process that we're already doing. As we're getting these solar flares in, we're getting a lot of great DNA upgrades, guys. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's going to be a lot of, I'm anticipating there's going to be a lot of unawakened individuals, or ones that kind of don't want us to wake up, that are going to get louder. And it's going to seem like there's something bad in this awful thing, but it's not. It's just a movie, guys. It's all theater. God is love. God is nothing but the purest, most perfect, most beautiful love. Going to source and seeing and feeling and being in that love. There's no way to compare it to anything. It's so beautiful. And the opposite of that is fear. And the more that we can be convinced to go to the fear, the more that we're pulled away from the love. And when we are connected to that love, we are connected to the oneness of all of us as one thriving, breathing, singular organism, just like the great Amazon rainforest. We are connected directly to Yahuwah, to God, to Source. That's where we are. That's the space that we're in. Those things like shame and self-hatred and things like that are also close to fear. So, when these things come through, knowing that it's just a ploy makes it easier to not, to see through it and to not engage. The more that I know that, I've learned to send love to it. And when I send love to it, it's like it dissipates. It's like it folds away into nothing, like it never happened or never was. For we choose our timelines. We are the creators of our existence. We've chosen so many new paths these past few years. I am so proud of all of you. I know how hard it has been. It's not been easy, but you know what to do. We were chosen. There were so many of us volunteers. So many. And of all of those, 1 in 1 trillion were picked. You were one of that 1 in 1 trillion. Because you are the most capable, the most able, the most equipped, the most experienced. We're not here to be in this journey to ascend for the first time. We've done this. Our ascension that's why we're the bridge people. Our ascension is creating a bridge. It's creating this space for all of these others who needed our assistance, who've been stuck for way too long. We cannot take them. We cannot carry them, but we can make the path. And that is why we are here. That's why it seems so familiar. That's why we seem so familiar to each other. We know each other. These symptoms are going to get harder. We're going to have more sleepless nights. We're going to have more hot, cold flashes. We're going to have more dizziness, more ringing in the ears, more headaches, more vibration through our body. These rashes are starting to really irritate. And these weird like joint experiences, like the joints are being activated too. And if you can go into nature, that will help you so much. If you can be near to bodies of water, participate, play in the water, touch the water, stand in the soil, the dirt, the sand, in the water with bare feet, at least for a time, that will help you. If you can't, you can bring soil into your house if it's too cold. I've been doing that all winter. And you have to like sink your foot into it, but just set your foot on top. And that's about 5 minutes every day, and you can it's such a great, useful tool. But if that's not okay, you want to use your hands, that's okay. It just takes about 10 minutes instead of 5 each day. And it will help you, help ground you, help the ionization process. You also absorb the beautiful minerals and things that we don't get anywhere else. We get those minerals through the soil that we used to walk on before shoes and concrete became such a big deal. And you can connect to others like us. Listen to your body. Allow yourself to not eat, or to eat weird things that you don't know why you want them, or to avoid things that you're used to having loved. My diet has changed so extremely that I used to be a full-on carnivore, and now I'm almost a vegan. And that's okay. Allow yourself for intermittent fasting or unplanned fasting if that's something that your body wants. That's okay. I thank you for your service. I know that this journey has been so difficult for you. I'm sending you so much love. Aho blessings.